Hi guys, it's Carlos and Chris here at Jet Fitness, Ultimate Fitness Trainer. Thank you so much for watching the video. Today we're doing a video about on Ask the Trainer show. So Chris hopefully will be having some really good questions for me, and hopefully I'll be able to answer them to the best of my ability. So over to Chris.
Yeah, so first one I've got, what are the benefits of fasted cardio?
Yeah, obviously we've done a lot of videos about fasted cardio, and also a lot of videos about burning effective body fat and body weight. Fasted cardio, the reason why it's so good, and it does work very, very well. Basically, if you fast for a long period of time, i.e. 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, while you sleep especially, you can also do it not when you're asleep, but say if you fast for that amount of time, which meaning no water, no food in you, what it tends to happen is your body goes into the tree loss rights. So your body taps into the fat stored already in order to burn that fat stored into energy. So it becomes a very effective way to burn body fat. And basically scientists shows that. Basically if you do that, you burn a greater amount of body fat rather than doing weights and cardio when you have eaten or after you've eaten. So fasted cardio came really very much so into the industry. So a lot of people are doing that in order to effectively burn excessive calories and excessive body fat. Yeah, but there's many ways of doing it as well, but that's one very effective way, of which I do myself as well.
Okay.
Does that answer the question?
Yeah, it does. Is there a specific type of cardio that works the best if you're looking to preserve muscle mass?
It's a catch-22. I mean, you'll speak to 10, 100, 1,000 different people, and they'll probably all tell you a different sort of story. The bottom line is it's very hard to gauge. You could put 10 people here, same body types, and they could be doing the same thing, and some people react better than others to certain types of exercise. How much percentage of muscle you're going to preserve while doing cardio, one is going to be very much dependent on how much muscle you have, and also, when I say also, I mean a list of long things, which is your diet, your supplementation. Obviously a lot of people out there that are competing, a lot of them take certain substances as well, i.e. drugs, so they are probably going to have a little bit more advantage of people that doesn't take, when I say drugs I mean obviously anabolic steroids. So someone that's taking those kind of things will have a greater amount of chances of keeping muscle. I'm not here to tell you I'm for drugs or against drugs. I'm just being neutral. Some people do it, fair play to them, that's what they're doing, it's fine for them, but I'm not saying for you guys to take or not take it, it's up to you. But really the best way to preserve muscle is obviously to really get your calories sorted in order to maintain the muscle, the energy levels, as well as obviously your energy to train. Because what's going to happen is a lot of the times is we say, right, okay, fasted cardio is brilliant to lose body fat, fantastic, but if you do too much of it, yes, you will lose weight, but a lot of weight you're losing as well is a lot of muscle, so that you've got to be very careful. But really to measure that really effectively, you need to be able to obviously get your calories, macros sorted, your macronutrients sorted as well, so you know exactly the amount of calories you're doing versus the ratio of how much activity. That's what I'm looking for really, the word I'm looking for, the activity you're doing. So it's all about what you're taking in and what you're losing out in terms of activity. So that versus that should give you the basically amount of mass you will sustain, which should be what the body walking out with, you know. But there's a lot of ways of doing it, there's a lot of variables. I always say there's 4 variables of which I get my clients to be accountable for, which is obviously your training, your aerobic exercise, your diet and your supplementation. Those 4 need to be very much, if you like, running together in order to obviously for you to have the best physique that you can based on what you can do.
So the next question, everybody always sees like the fitness models or like the look that bodybuilders have while they're on stage and stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously their body fat percentage is really, really low.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be healthy to sort of keep that year round. So is there a sort of a body fat percentage that, well, sort of the limit of how you get to that percentage but still remain healthy at all times?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, this is a very good question, and it's something that obviously I've actually been obviously talking to people about this, and we've done a similar video about this specific subject. Now, when you see someone on stage, is someone that 9 times out of 10 has been dieting for 12 weeks at least, if not more, has restricted a lot of their daily calories, have cut out all the crap people obviously eat on a daily basis, has done a lot of aerobic exercise, perhaps has trained 2 to 3 times a day for those 12 weeks, have restricted themselves to all sorts of things, okay? And then obviously on top of that you've got obviously your supplement list, some guys obviously drug list, as I explained earlier. So it is, if you like, a 12 to 14 to 16 weeks transformation. Now, if you ask the question, is it healthy for the body? No, it's not, because our body is one made to survive. Our body don't care whether you want to look super sexy or super ripped on stage. That's not what our body came here to do. So it's very silly for people to think that is the right thing to do for the body. So let me assure you, it's not. If you speak to any physician or any doctor or anyone that knows about the game, they'll tell you it's not the right thing to do for the body. However, it's the right thing to do if you want to compete.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not healthy at all. No, it's not healthy. Is there the right body fat to have and still look good? That is a £1 million question, because what do people mean look good? Because for some bodybuilders it might be,
so for aesthetically,
aesthetically it depends. Again, it depends what aesthetic means. Some guys may mean aesthetically means, oh, you look okay in a t-shirt. Okay, some guys it's looking absolutely ripped on the beach, and to be ripped really 9 times out of 10 you're talking about a percentage of 7 to 10% body fat. Some people need even less than that. So it is sometimes very, very difficult to kind of like say, okay, that is what you need to have, because you can have, I'll give you an example, you can have 10 different people here with 10% body fat, and I bet you some look a lot leaner at 10% body fat, because some people just got a better quality of muscle. Some people have a lot less water retention, and that in itself. So, for instance, if you look at a mesomorph on 10% body fat and an ectomorph on 10% body fat, the ectomorph is going to look way better, because it's going to be a lot more vascular, it's going to be a lot more leaner, although it's 10%. But 10% of someone that is leaner already, it's a bigger difference, you know what I mean? And that is a lot of the times, a lot of people find you really sort of, especially nowadays when we see all these models on Instagram, they don't stay all the way around like that. I mean, if you look at my pictures, for instance, I couldn't stay like that all the way around. Your body couldn't survive. You'd become ill. You'd pick up loads of different sort of infections, because you become very weak. Yeah. So it's not healthy. It's not good for the body, it's not good for the mind either, but it's a sport, so people do, it's like anything. It's like if you speak to someone that does, I don't know, any type of sport, any footballer, the way they train every single day, it's not the way they train every single day when they retire. Yeah. Generally, when they retire, it's a different thing. Same with the rugby player, same with the cyclist. The cyclist has to cycle X amount of miles every day. When he retires, he doesn't do that, you know, on a daily basis. They do that towards a competition, and that's one of the things I find with a lot of guys out there. When you see, for instance, all these bodybuilders carrying X amount of weight, you know, on a squatting and on a deadlift, a lot of these guys are taking a lot of crazy substances, and then whether you like it or not, whether they deny it or not, that's why I used to love, you know, Richard Piana. You know, he used to just say it. You know, he wasn't lying. He was just telling you. And he upset a lot of people, but a lot of the times, it's, you know, he told you the truth. A lot of these guys are taking a lot of substances, and a lot of the times people up there that, you know, have a normal job, go 9 to 5, they think they can still perform at the gym. With them, it's the way these guys do. Yeah. So you got to be very aware of which to as to what you can do. Now, but to actually answer this question about the actual body fat percentage, lean wise, if you want to be lean, you need to be at least And if you want to be aesthetic, you're talking about 10%. Yeah. 10, 15%. Some people more, some people less. But that's what do you think, Chris?
I really don't know, to be honest. I was just intrigued because I suppose it all depends on what body type people have got, because you can have people that have really low body fat percentages but carry a very small amount of muscle mass as well. So I suppose it all depends on the body type and the actual person.
Correct. And then that makes a big difference. So here we are, another video for you guys. It's good to do these kind of videos a lot of times because it actually but guys, thank you very much for watching the video. Thanks for staying with us. It's Carlos and Chris here, Ultimate Fitness Trainers. So check us out on Instagram, Carlos Trainer 10, also on YouTube channel, just Carlos Trainer. With all that said, stay happy, stay healthy, stay fit. Take care. Bye bye.